What's up everyone, this is Jessica the Rising Phoenix Dev, and today, this is another beginner tutorial. What we're going to do is we're going to create a non-monobehaviour script and call it in a monobehaviour script. So sit back, relax, and let's learn something new. Alright, so as stated at the intro, we are going to be making a non-monobehaviour script and work with it in Unity. So, the very first thing we need to do, I've already done it, is create a folder that's pretty much what the tutorial's about. And I've already created a scripts folder, so let's go ahead and create our scripts. And just because, again, this is just to showcase the difference between them, I'm going to name this one Non Monobehaviour Scripting. And then I'll create another script, and this will be Monobehaviour Scripting. Unimaginative, but it gets the point known. We're also going to create a cube. You know what, let's make a sphere. And we're just going to leave it exactly the way it is right now. And now, let's move over to Visual Studio. So let's start with non-monobehaviour. So the very first thing you'll notice is that it does have monobehaviour on it. So let's go ahead and remove the inheritance from monobehaviour. Now, this doesn't mean that we don't have access to Unity Engine. Quite the opposite. We still have access to Unity Engine because we're using the using statement. So, we can still use vector3 and things of that nature. So, always remember, save often. Save early, save often. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to create a public vector3, and we're going to call this one position, if I can spell. And we're going to set it to be new vector 3, -7, 0, 0. So basically we want it to be set at -7 on the x-axis, 0 on the y, and 0 on the z. Next up, we're going to create a method called void move. So same as you would in standard Unity scripting, we're also going to make this public. So what we're going to do here is position plus equals new vector 3, 1, 0, 0. So we want it to move over by 1 on the x-axis every time this method is called. And that's all we're going to do. Let's go back over to Unity. Now, on the sphere, we're going to attach the non-monobehaviour script. But wait, we can't. You can't add a script behavior that is a non-monobehaviour. If it does not inherit from monobehaviour, you can't add the script to the object. So what do? If you're inquisitively minded, you would say, well, why don't we just create a monobehaviour script to call what we want? That's exactly what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and attach the monobehaviour scripting to the sphere, just so that we don't have to worry about it. Let's click on that, and again a sanity check. There. Save early, save often, follow your own rules, or advice. And now, what we're going to do, we're going to do void update. And now, in the void update method, oh wait, we forgot something. We need to be able to call the non-monobehaviour script. So we could do void start, and then let's do var item equals get component non-monobehaviour scripting. This should work, right? Let's see. Item dot, oh, we get position, and we get move. Good. So instead of start, let's put that in update, shall we? So item.position is one of the first things we want. And we're going to do transform.position is set to item.position. And then we're going to call item.move. Oh, wait. Let's do an if statement so that way we can make it move on our own will. So what we're going to do is an if input dot get mouse button down 0 item dot move. All right. And Unity should update. Let's see what happens. We get an exception. Well, what's the exception? Get component requires that requested component non-monobehaviour scripting derived from monobehaviour or component or as an interface. Well, what this error actually means is that you can't do this. You can't use get component unless it derives from monobehaviour. Now, of course, I already knew this. So what we're going to do is very simple. Non-monobehaviour scripting, or script, equals new master server, new non-monobehaviour scripting. Alright, so we can actually remove item, and we're going to call script. So we're just going to get rid of that get component, and then script. So pretty much the same thing. And essentially what this is we're actually doing exactly how you would do it in standard C# whenever you're calling a script. You would reference it and then do what you need to do later on. So now let's go back into Unity and let's click that play button. The sphere goes to -700. And when we left click on the mouse, which is your standard clicking, it'll move over by 1 on the x-axis. Pretty simple, right? I thought so. Well, that's it. This is how you are able to work with non-monobehaviour scripts with Unity 3D. This has been the Rising Phoenix Dev, and remember, tutorials can only point you in the right direction. They can't teach you how to make the game of your dreams, because every game is different and there is no right way to make it.